So this year for the 2022 Heisman candidates, we have USC Caleb Williams, quarterback. We have Ohio State's quarterback, CJ Stroud. We have TCU's quarterback, Max Duggan. And then we have Georgia's super old quarterback, Stetson Bennett.
It's called the quarterback award, man.
I don't get it, man. So these guys are the top in the country, some of the best teams in the country as well. Man, I don't know who I like, man. All these guys are so good. Caleb Williams, man, is a dual threat. Man, throw 4,000 plus yards, like 35 touchdowns, I believe. And he's ran for like 10 touchdowns or whatever. So he had like 45 total touchdowns, which is a freaking beast. Ohio State.
337, ran for 10.
Right. So, man, TCU's Max Duggan. Bro, this man is a monster for real, man. He brought a team that nobody thought was going to be anything or whatever, and got them boys to 12-1. He's definitely, man, a freaking MVP type caliber player. Georgia Stetson Bennett, like he won it last year. He came into that big game last year and became a star this year, man. That offense is really rolling for Georgia. So he's definitely a top guy. And then CJ Stroud, man, he's been doing work too. Probably one of the lower end of the list, but he's very talented as well. So Jordan, who do you like? Who do you like right now? We got Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Max Duggan, and we got Stetson Bennett. Who do you like right now for Heisman?
Blake Corum.
Definitely.
Bullshit, dude. Just rename this shit. Rename the Heisman to the best quarterback in college award, and rename the MVP and the NFL to the same shit. Quarterback award. It's that every year. It's ridiculous. But Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, Max Duggan on this list. I can't be mad at any of those three, even though they all are quarterbacks, but their numbers and what they've done all year is sure as hell, like far beyond impressive. I can't deny that. Stetson Bennett does not belong on this list, dude. He just doesn't. I'm sorry. He's perfect for Georgia, and what he's become and how far he's come is remarkable. It's incredible. Considering that nobody thought we'd see him ball out like this, let alone be a national champion, a starting quarterback in the national championship for Georgia. I just don't like it, man. I don't like it. So if you look at this, man, look, it shell shocks me that they would put Stetson Bennett on this list. All right, look, I'll give a quick run through real quick, right? Stetson Bennett right now he's 13-0 this year. He's threw for 3,425 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks, 68% completions. He's ran 47 times for 184 yards, 7 touchdowns. You know, pretty good stats.
Decent.
Yeah, that's pretty decent stats. All right. Max Duggan is 12-1 this year. He's passed for 3,321 yards, 30 touchdowns, 4 picks, 65% completion rating. He's ran 112 times for 404 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Right.
CJ Stroud, CJ Stroud's 11-1 this year. He's thrown for 3,340 yards, 37 touchdowns, 6 picks, 66% completion rating. He's ran only 35 times for 74 yards, no touchdown.
Okay.
And mind you, I think that game versus Northwestern with them high winds, he ran for like 70-some yards in that game. But remember, when quarterbacks get sacked too, that deducts from their rushing. So.
Right.
And then Caleb Williams, 11-2 this year, 2 losses being both to Utah. He's thrown for 4,075 yards this year, 37 touchdowns, 4 picks at a 66% completion percentage. He's ran 109 times for 372 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's your Heisman winner.
That's your Heisman.
It's going to be Caleb Williams. Out of all these 4, man,
got to be.
The numbers, because they're going to go strictly like a lot based on numbers. And I would feel different about this maybe if they did the Heisman Trophy presentation in a couple of weeks. The Heisman presentation, they're going to pick the winner this Saturday at 8 p.m.
Right.
They're doing it this weekend pre-playoffs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think if they would have done it after playoffs, I think that would have a lot to do with, who wins. Obviously,
The extra games and all that stuff, right?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like that's not going to hurt Caleb Williams. His numbers are better than all these guys. He's affected the game both ways in passing and running.
Right.
The dual threat. And I just don't think that he's going to be denied that. I really don't. But going back to Stetson Bennett, man, he just doesn't belong on this list. I don't feel like, even though he's thrown for more yardage than Stroud and Duggan, like he just hasn't thrown for the touchdowns.
20 touchdowns.
And he's thrown more interceptions than both of them. Well, the same amount as Stroud, actually. Right. And he has the best team around him. But, dude, here's my problem. That being said, you left so many people off of this list that you could have put in there over Stetson Bennett. How about Hendon Hooker? Go look at his stats. You know what I'm saying? How about Drake May?
Right.
Blake Corum, like I said. Blake Corum got hoed. He couldn't play in the game. That just goes to show you the meaningful games matter always in the Heisman candidacy. Right. Blake Corum wasn't able to play that Ohio State game. He probably – no, I won't say that. He had to have a solid game in the Ohio State game to be named a finalist, especially because you're not a quarterback. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
How about Michael Penix, Bo Nix?
Right.
Any one of them guys. Bijan Robinson, running back for Texas. Go look at his numbers this year.
For real.
Chase Brown from Illinois. Marvin Harrison Jr., even from the Suckeyes. Monster. At least for a finalist, man. There's so many. Dorian Thompson-Robinson.
Right.
You know what I mean? DTR. Go look at these numbers from these players and tell me.
Quentin Johnston, too, for TCU as well, for real, because he was a freaking monster.
He's got good numbers as well, yeah. But, all them players I just named, man, go back and tell me with a straight face that none of those guys should deserve a spot over Stetson Bennett, man.
Right.
They do, man. Stetson Bennett just does not belong there.
And then he's 25 years old, man, playing college ball, for real, man. It's like, what, you trying to grade on a curve or something, bro? I don't get it, bro. Come on, bro. You should be Lamar Jackson, that old man. He been playing in the NFL for like 4 or 5 years, bro, for real. You were left behind, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just how it is, though, man. I don't like how they do it. I don't think there should only be 4 finalists. Some years there's 3. I think, give me 6 finalists every year. They're gonna pick at least 3-4 quarterbacks every single year, man. It's ridiculous. I get sick of it. They need to call it the best goddamn quarterback of the year award. It's ridiculous.
That's it.
It irks me, but I got Caleb Williams winning it.
Yep. Definitely Caleb Williams, man. He is a freaking monster, bro. And took that USC, man. I was on a downward slide, man. Him and, who is it, Lincoln Riley over there?
Mm-hmm.
Him and Lincoln Riley, man, for real, they're a good
Started in
duo.
Oklahoma together, and then he followed him to USC.
Right. So that's a match made in heaven, man, for real. So shout out to Caleb Williams. We know you're gonna win it, man, but we just wanted to talk about it, man, for real. Just tell off your stats and stuff too, for real. 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns, man. You are doing work, bro, for real. Good job.
There's your Heisman winner, ladies and gentlemen.